Good afternoon. My name is Nick Matson. I am the athletic director, and today we are going to be talking about sportsmanship and what sportsmanship looks like as a Spartan in our athletic community. First of all, I want to talk about what is sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is a fair and generous behavior or treatment of others, especially in a sports contest. So when we talk about sportsmanship, I think you hear about that a lot and how we need to be good sports and this and that. But I really want you to think what is sportsmanship to you? Um, Sportsmanship to me is how you handle losing and how you handle winning. And do you pick each other up off the ground? Do you pick up somebody else from an opposing team up off the ground? Um, I think there's a million ways that you can look at it. Uh, then there's different ways to look at sportsmanship from an athletic standpoint. As an athlete, is sportsmanship when you foul somebody and you fall to the ground and they help you back up? Is sportsmanship shaking hands after a game? As a parent, what do you see as sportsmanship? Do you think sportsmanship is walking through the line after a game? Is it having your hand over your heart? Is it in the stands and telling another parent, "Hey, your son played well tonight"? Is that sportsmanship? That can look different as well. And what is sportsmanship from a coach? Is it keeping his cool after a call? Is it understanding maybe not everything goes his way? How he handles a loss? I think all of those fall under sportsmanship as well. So why is sportsmanship so important? Winning and losing, we have to understand, is not everything. It's how you handle yourself after each of those circumstances, whether it's your own actions or opposing teams. So you win a big game. Sportsmanship is celebrating, yet lining up to shake their hands because you know that they did a good job as well. Sportsmanship, if you lose, is if you don't walk straight to the locker room, you don't kick a cooler, you don't kick a chair. That's sportsmanship as well. How you handle it is a reflection solely on yourself, your parents, even, and your school and the community. You don't want to give the Spartan Nation a bad rap of sportsmanship to where you go to another town and they say, "Oh, it's the Spartans," and they're not very good at sportsmanship. They're sore losers, things of that nature. A lot of times, athletes get caught up in the moment and they don't realize who you represent when you take the floor of the field, such as your family, your coaches, your other teammates. Like I said previously, the community in your school in general. So, what does Spartan sportsmanship look like? Helping each other up when they're knocked down, whether it be a teammate or an opponent. Hey, if you hit somebody hard on the football field, pick them up. Okay, you don't need to parade over them, and you don't need to make them feel inferior. If you um, set up a volleyball teammate and she spikes it, go give them a high five. Like, that's sportsmanship, whether it's with your own team, okay, and whether it's with the other team. Shaking hands at the end of the game with the opposing team, whether you win or lose. Okay, if you lose, they got you. Okay, they deserve to win. Shake their hand, tell them congratulations. If they'll do the same with you, um, no arguing with the referees, even when you think you're right. A lot of us are competitive. We think we're right all the time. It's not how it is. So you need to make sure that you're not showing the referee up. You're not letting them know that you think that you're better than they are. Okay, not very sportsmanlike. No trash talking or hands-on confrontation with teammates or opponents. I've seen multiple teammates get frustrated with each other, push and shove. Um, I've seen teammates trash talking in each other's faces with themselves, and you definitely see it more with the opposing team. If one guy shoots a three and gets fouled, instead of getting in his face and letting him know that you're going to get a 4 point play, walk straight to the free throw line. If you're the person that fouls him, you don't want somebody doing that to you, so help them up. Um, it's really that easy. Lastly, I just want to talk about the benefits of sportsmanship and why we think it's important in our athletic foundation. Sportsmanship gives coaches, athletes, fans, and community a sense of positive environment at all the games and activities. If you know that your home team is prideful in sportsmanship and they help each other up and there's no fights that break out, that's who families want to bring their kids to see and show a good, positive example of high school kids doing the right thing. So then those kids growing up will see, hey, these guys shake hands. These guys understand. They know how to lose. These guys do this. These guys do that. And I think all of that is extremely positive. It helps create positive behavior in other areas than just your sporting events. If you are willing to help each other out on the field, you're probably going to be more than willing to help each other out in the classroom as well. You're going to help people if they get in a tough spot outside of school. I think learning sportsmanship now can only benefit you into things later on in life, whether it's knowing how to congratulate somebody if they've got a job, knowing how to handle if you didn't get a job. I think there's a lot of different things that you can learn from that. You and your team represent the community in a positive way, which goes a long way in the outlook of your community. Older people that have been in your spot before, that handled things the right way, want to see the impact that they left on you and that you're doing it the right way. And the younger kids below you, the future, they want to see this as well. That is why I believe in sportsmanship. That's why I think it's important for us. Um, it's easy to do. It's not always it might not always be super easy, but it's definitely the right thing to do. And that's why we believe in sportsmanship.